All right, ladies and gents, welcome to a game that will be insane. We have Captain. Wait, how do I say that? Capation? Did he misspell captain? I'm going to say Captain Insano here playing as the Ethiopians, and he is up against Oliver Oil. Both of these names jump out to me as entertaining individuals. Both of these players are at 600 elo with varied levels of experience. I have the holiday mod on because it is the holidays, or at least close to it. I don't know what time this will hit YouTube, if it hits YouTube, but I can tell you that this is going to be a fun one because Golden Pit always is. It's aggressive. Players have an objective, an area to control. And with Tatars versus Ethiopians, I feel like we could see a whole lot of archers. Now, Captain Insano has 250 games, or around there, okay? So Captain Insano has played an insano amount of games. That's not bad. Oliver Oil has about 60, but Oliver Oil, you know, has played enough where I feel like the elos are going to be good. Oliver Oil comes in as the favorite, but the new kid on the block, he's 620, and Captain is around 600. But I always wondered, like, how many games do you need to truly have your elo? I've always said about 20 or 30 would feel right. Though it does depend. If you lose every game, I think it might take a little longer. Who knows? Who knows? It's not necessarily the case, actually, the way matchmaking works. I think that statement's wrong. I think you should be fine. But good civs here, and I think good civs for players to practice with. For Tatars, you get the extra food on your cows and your deer, or not your deer, sorry, your pigs. Basically your sheep. And Blue taking advantage of that with 7 on the cow, soaking up the food. Also, Blue watches my videos. What's up, Oliver? Nice little lumber camp there. Does have the rest of the sheep and the boars forward, so I hope Blue will find those. I mean, the next natural spot to scout if you're Blue would have been here. Red could always steal them. And wow, these guys look really good right now. Bringing in a boar, 4 on wood, which is what I would want to see. This is perfect play. Red, no, don't. Okay, saves the Vil. A little far from perfect at this point because this is the worst spot for your boar to be. For whatever reason, you can't get under the back area of the TC, so it'll be awkward to drop off, but not too bad. All right. You know what I think we should suggest more frequently for noobs or beginners? What do you think I'm going to say, chat? And don't say fat slot videos. I mean, that's true as well. It's very entertaining, but that's not what I'm thinking of. Come on, Blue. Take the boar. This is your time. Yeah, both players, I would suggest maybe focusing on splitting up the lumberjacks on either side, but someone in chat is going to say it depends. Yes, no, it's not. It depends. Oh, God. No boar, no sheep. Oliver Oil having problems. Let someone else build the house, Oliver. Let someone else build the house. Wall and boom, no. Builders, well, yes, of course. All of these things, yes. But I think 7 on food as opposed to 6 is honestly a better way of doing things for the majority of players. What do you guys think about that? I think it makes sense. Like, the amount of times that you have to drop off resources. Oh, God. Okay. The amount of times that you have to drop off resources with 6 villagers on food, I think is maybe a little too tough for players as they try and learn. I think 7 on food's actually not bad. 7 on food, then send a couple to wood. I don't know. I haven't really tested it myself. But I was watching Blue's economy, and it looked very smooth for him when he was doing that. But then he almost lost a villager to a boar, and he was late with scouting, and now he's on Golden Dark Age. So, so these 3 villagers, they are collecting gold when they probably should be focusing on other resources. The thing is, gold comes in a lot slower than food, and a little bit slower than wood. I don't know the exact numbers. So, if you can't benefit from getting this gold right now, you are going to fall behind in some of those other areas. You can look at the resources collected right now and already see the difference. Our captain is focused on wood, focused on food, and you can see the massive difference in food. Of course, there's other factors too, but I'd say maybe Blue will live to regret this. 5 on gold! 5 on gold, that's so much. The only thing you can spend gold on in Dark Age would be militia. And even then, they're just 20 gold. So that would be a lot of militia. I prefer Red's position right now. And now, look, now Red's going to gold. This is really clean from Red. We'll have double lumber camps, so I think this will be some type of archer play. Though he needs to get more on wood. And wow, Red realizes that. Yeah, you can also get loom with the gold, but you can only get loom one time. And blue is going for the mill wall. Check it out. It's a mill, but it's also a wall. Shout out to Millwall FC. There you go. Brings in the deer. Okay, style points for Oliver Oil. But I'm worried for Oliver Oil because I'm rooting for him due to having the best name in the game. Captain Insano kind of reminds me of Captain Underpants. It's the only captain I knew beyond Captain Crunch growing up. Did anyone else read Captain Underpants when they were growing up? I feel like if Captain Underpants had a friend, it would be Captain Insano. All right, here's the range. Okay. Ethiopians get plus 100 food, plus 100 gold when they arrive to each age. So plenty of resources now for Red. Players love their gold, man. I wouldn't go for the gold upgrade now, but live your life. Getting eco upgrades is still a good thing. Yeah, I used to read Captain Underpants a lot. Thing is, my parents didn't like it. They didn't even know what it was, but they just didn't think Captain Underpants would really be... They didn't think it would make a positive impact on me as a person. I can't imagine why. I feel like it was pretty enriching stuff. I feel like I'm a wiser person because I read Captain Underpants. But anyways, my cousin always had it. And so anytime I was with family, I would borrow a Captain Underpants book. Underpants, it's in like underwear. It was a comic book. Okay, deer's getting pushed away now for blue. Blue is still in Dark Age. Did blue click Feudal Age, but misclick it? Because to me, it looks like blue. Okay, now blue's making vills again. What's happening? I mean, guys, I don't know what else to say. There's 0 walls for blue. And Red is in Feudal Age making army. This is not going to go too well for Oliver Oil. They're illustrated novels, technically. Yeah, they weren't really a comic book, I guess. Comic book would be Calvin and Hobbes, which my parents did let me read. And I love Calvin and Hobbes. We actually have one of our downstairs, our little like bathroom next to our living room, and our downstairs has Captain and Hobbes. Wow, Calvin and Hobbes themed artwork. When I say artwork, it's literally one painting, but that for me is theming. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think blue's going to be in for a rude awakening here. Blue will lose everything to this. And a lot of it stems back to gold, but it also stems back to other basic things, like not taking the boar, which hurts. I'm okay with going for a fast castle, and I'm okay with these adaptive builds, but I think if you're going to do that, you might need to wall a little bit, and this is a really tough map to wall up. Hitman Frank, I'm hesitant to say... I don't think there's a big gap between the players in terms of creating vills. And I think blue has just played really greedy. Like, I've seen a lot of 600 elo today. And I think that blue has made a mistake with going to gold that you have not seen with 600 elo, at least in the Dark Age today. So, I don't think it's a situation in, like, the previous game where we can look at this and say, you know, clearly so-and-so is higher elo. I don't think that's the case. Red's going to add some houses after getting pop capped. I mean, blue has resources. It's just, you know, blue is being very casual about this. We've got just a casual market, casual blacksmith. If that goes up, maybe the market could buy some food, and then blue could go castle. I mean, also, if red doesn't attack with this, blue could be fine. This is a massive army. This army should shred. But again, the order in which you go to resources, I really think you should prioritize Golden Stone and Feudal Age onwards. Really good from red. A lot of players do this where they just send vills to stone so they have the option for defensive towers. But if red is just sitting here... Oh my god! He doesn't know where blue is! He doesn't know where blue is! Is he just guarding the gold? Is that all he's doing? Because if that's the case, that's completely fine. You get 6 tiles of gold at your base. So blue can just go to Castle Age then. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I thought he knew this whole time. Oh, he's patrolling on the gold. Guys, red could be so much better than this elo. I mean, if Oliver Oil is true 600 elo like everyone else's, which I believe is the case based on the stats in his profile. If red were to do this, but scout the enemy and attack and kill him, GG, game over. Blue has nothing right now. I've never seen anything like this. Oh my god. And now he's going to drop a tower in the center. I mean, unique to say the least. Unique to say the least. He's got army. He's going to go tower. I thought he'd go defensive tower, but he's going offensive tower. What are we witnessing here? Meanwhile, blue's like la-di-da-di-da-di-da, and now blue's going to make scout. This is epic. Okay, this is epic. They're both going to contest the middle. I would have just said, blue, never make the scouts, buy some food and go castle, and then make knights. But I also would have said, hey, red, use your army to maybe kill the enemy and punish the fact the enemy doesn't have walls yet, and punish the fact the enemy doesn't have military. So there's a lot of things I would suggest other than what these players are doing, but these players are on a level that cannot be understood, and that's a compliment. I wouldn't even use the word cautious for red. There's another word for how he's approaching this. Okay, here he comes with the scout. So at 20 minutes after being in Feudal for 10, here he is. And he's running in, and now he sees blue scouts. I mean, I still give red the advantage. And blue's like, whoa, that's a lot of stuff. Wow. Guys, I've been casting games for 6 hours. This is the most unique one. I don't know if this is going to be close. But the amount of potential that both players have to destroy each other is insane right now. Like, red has the potential to destroy blue, but blue has the potential to just let red sit there, because that's red's favorite spot in the world, and go to red's base. And you're going to see that here. These scouts are going to come in. This is what red should have done this whole time. Here comes blue. And I wonder how much red sends back home. Okay, blue sees 1 vill, sees a few vills, has forging. Will attack. And... Okay. Okay, now he's going to attack. There we go. And blue went home to buy food throughout this. So might not even know this is happening. But now how does red react? Okay, red says, wow, I wasn't expecting that. Let's send all of our army back home now. And blue is on the way to Castle Age. Fair play to blue. Okay, so here comes the army from red. Blue really could kill more things right now. But if I were to guess, I would say blue is currently distracted by trying to look at this army. And forgot about this one. Okay, there we go. Could get another villager kill. Does get the other villager. Doink! Got him. Gets the kill. And red clears it up. Ah, yes, this is the original scout. And original scout is on stand ground. Interesting. Okay. I want to pause and just clarify my stance on everything I've said in this game so far. So, because I feel like there's going to be some aspect of this which can come off as... Like, I'm very surprised, but I think it may have come off as a little too judgy, okay? I cast all different types of low elo, and I always try and remember how each elo plays, and it's very difficult because people, as you know, play radically different even within the same elo. But from like 300 to 500 to 700 to 900, I typically have a feel of how people tend to play. And so when I saw red making army, for me, it was just like clear as day. These guys aren't the same elo. Red's going to attack and kill blue and finish him off. And so that's why I was looking at blue and saying, oh, no, blue, what are you doing? But in reality, Red did so much right to make the army, but he's so tunnel visioned on the objective that it was also so much wrong at the exact same time. So if there's any like extreme negativity, it's just I'm trying to figure these guys out. And this has been a fun one. Blue believes that red is fully house walled. So here he is, and he's trying to break in. Because, you know, he's fully walled. Or so he thinks. Red must be fully walled as well. And then he's like, wait a second. Oh, he's not fully walled. Okay. Red sends the scouts over, but red clicked them to where the scouts from blue used to be. And now blue's on the move, baby. Blue's on the move. Round 2. Blue will be in Castle Age first. Blue has bloodlines and also has forging. Ethiopians do not get bloodlines. But I think with red's numbers, red will still clear this ever so slightly. And still a stand ground issue from the starting scout, which is kind of funny. What the? Oh my god. Oh, you're kidding me. What? Oh my god, blue's going to have a field day with this. Red needs to get something back here. Okay. Red never thought he would lose that fight, but upgrades matter. And now he has to run away. Wow. Okay, so blue has enough stone for a castle. 2 more doinks happen. TC should finish off the rest, though. And well done, red, to clear it up. Red is now in the next stage. And red just bought a ton of stone to drop a castle as well. So he's got double tower in the center to protect the golden stone. Where will red drop the castle? Bah! In the back of his base! Red! You committed your whole life. You committed your life, your children's life, and your children's life to securing the Middle and Feudal Age, including towers. And now, when you make it to Castle Age, you drop a castle in the back of your own base. That scout rush is in the back of his mind. Blue's scouts are living in red's base rent-free. Or red's base or red's brain. I'm astounded. Holy moly. Okay, so what's blue up to? Well, blue hasn't decided on where to build the castle yet. Now, wouldn't it be so funny? This is what's going to crack me up. Because these guys think alike, okay? I bet you blue is going to come back here again. Okay, red didn't finish the castle. Whoops. I bet you blue will come back there again. And blue is going to see the castle. And then blue is going to give up on ever raiding red. Watch this, Cav Archer. Watch. Okay, I'm a little disappointed. That would have been amazing if he did. But it only seems natural because he killed so much back there already. Okay, sees that gold. I think blue is a little overwhelmed by the fact there's a tower there. And he just saw crossbows there, too. Okay, here he comes with Vils. And wow, guys. So he's going to castle here. Now, what he could do is castle a little closer to this gold and take that. The truth is, if blue were to make knights, there's nothing really stopping him from taking out all the towers. Okay, red sees the Cav Archer. I'd be surprised if blue micros, but he might. Okay, he doesn't micro. He's focused. This is red's point of view. The back of his base, locked down. All right, not a worry in the world. The middle of the base, locked down. Everything protected. Everything's fine. And at this point, red thinks I'm going to win the game. You need gold and stone to win games. I have all the gold and stone. He's even checking the side just to make sure, because he's a little paranoid about those attacks. Little does he know that blue is building a castle here. Now, will blue be able to push with this position? Kind of awkward, right? If he runs too far in, there's a castle. If he runs too far this way, there's a TC. I mean, red is going to freak out about this, don't get me wrong. But it's not the most important area for red. Red can still take gold. What's sad is blue can take gold too. So blue's got this gold. And then he's got this gold to work with. Okay, now the last thing you want to do is come attack this. That's the last thing you want to do. And he's selling food, buying stone. Here he comes. The castle for blue is going to wreck everything here. I mean, you do not want to sit underneath the castle if you're red. And it seems like he's realized that now. And so back he goes. It feels like red wants to drop a castle here right now, does it not? He's definitely waiting for a castle. And blue uses the distraction to take the tower out. And he's going to make his next castle in the middle. That's so smart. But it's only with 5 vills. Eek. Also, he's making Keshiks, too. This is an interesting one. The way to describe how I would... As he is going to drop a castle here. The way I would describe red as a player... is he has plenty of talent, except he thinks too much. Right? Like, he has made this whole game overly complicated for himself, which makes it overly entertaining for us, which is great. But blue just took a very simple approach. Stay at home, make army, take middle, drop castle. Red did this weird, like, he tried to combine 3 different strategies in one. And at the end of it, guess what? He's sitting at home. And he doesn't have any control of the golden stone now. This really has not worked out for him. Here comes blue, looking to raid with the Keshiks. But to be clear, the way blue played this, granted he was super exposed against Feudal Age army, but the approach of using your resources you have at your base to make army to control the game and then control the middle is exactly how Golden Pit should be played. And red kind of did. I mean, he would have been fine if he fought with his Feudal Age army, of course, right? But like the whole tower thing, sitting in the middle but not being aggressive against the opponent, that's not the approach. That's only the approach if there's this truce that blue can't hit your base. That's not how it works. There's no truce where they can't attack each other's eco, and blue did this wonderfully. Wow. So now blue has access to gold. It's even vill count, but blue has access to gold. Blue has the potential to make Cav Archers and Keshiks. And I think Ethiopians are such a rough civ to play with if you don't have a big crossbow mass in general. But now he doesn't even have gold. He's completely out of gold. So I think what red will do is red is going to try and drop a castle in the center. Red's desperate. So it's castle time soon. And red is going to run out there and I'm guessing not have military. A bit of pikemen would make sense. Oh yeah, there goes red. Red's going to try it. Here we go. Here we go. Another castle for blue. If red gets this castle up, it's not the end of the world, right? We'll see if that even happens. Here come the vills. Blue happens to be running over this way to go raid. Let's see if blue notices this. Nope, just passing. Oh god, you've got to be kidding. Okay. Well, blue is looking at something else. It's actually possible that red could deny blue's castle, but I don't think he'll see that either. Now we're going to have a castle for red. Oh, and a bunch of vills coming in here. But honestly, this castle denies basically the majority of the gold. I think red could take gold here. But red cannot take gold here because of that castle. As you can see, the castle can range a lot from blue. Red really wanted to make these houses. Blue said, nope, not today. I own you. And here comes red with a reaction with pikemen. Yeah, let's see if red notices this, but red's going to have to take this gold, and even then it's going to be awkward. The best thing you can do in blue's position right now is go Imperial. You've got 2 castles. You're flirting with the resources you might need to go Imp. Going Imperial Age just to make some trebs would be amazing here. As we have the Knights. Oh, I can't believe what we're seeing. The thing that's so frustrating for red, or I shouldn't say frustrating, because there's a lot that's frustrating, but that's not what I mean to say. The thing that's so crazy is that red probably never watches his own Rex. Like, tell me, type a smile at me in chat if you love to watch your wins, but never watch your losses. Tell me if that's the case. For me, that's been the case for me in the past, where it's a lot more fun to watch when I win and not so much to fun and say, hey, what did I do wrong? So I think many people are like that at low elo, if they ever watched any of their Recs. And so, as that TC gets denied because the castle's there, Red's probably thinking, man, how did I lose this? When if Red were to just watch it, Red would realize how he could have won the game in Feudal Age. Yeah, still trying to take some control of gold, which is the right thought process, but the position is simply not there. Blue's castles are perfect. Can't watch my losses if I never lose. I guess that's true. Yeah, it looks like Oliver's in chat. Yeah, we were 20 minutes behind the actual game time when we loaded this up, even though it technically was live. No spoilers, please, Oliver, but it looks to me like there's no way you can lose this game. Also, there's no way you should have won the game. Like, there's genuinely no way you should have won this game. Captain Insano with the Insano strats, man. Holy cow. Solid upgrades on the Knights. We now see Silk Armor, which doesn't do anything for Knights, but it is an upgrade, so there you go. It does help the Cav Archers. And Red's just got nothing. And I think Captain Insano is just so distraught at the moment and can't believe that this has happened. It's a very common trait for low elo to not call it when it's over. Red sitting here with castles, trying to think back to what went wrong. And yes, I don't know if the GG was actually called, but GG. Look at the timeline. Look at that. Oh my goodness. From minute, let's say 12 to minute 24. This was Red's game. If you missed it, and I hope this is a learning tool, because if Red ever sees this, he's going to just be so disappointed in himself. But Red never scouted the enemy. To quote my good friend MBL, it's a war game, guys. It's a war game. Never scouted the enemy, and his eyes is like, okay, I have to control gold because it's golden pit. Gold, 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 gold. You got to take a deep breath. Think, oh yeah, you know what? My opponent's actually in Dark Age right now. I've got a really good army. Some people go Archer Rush. Some people go Scouts. I've got both. Maybe. Maybe. I should attack. I've never seen an instance like this, and it feels bad for Red. But I've never seen an instance like this where someone should be so dead and ended up coming back. And this is rather awkward because Oliver is now watching my chat. But Oliver, my friend, go buy a lottery ticket because it is your night. Oh my word. I look how close all this was. He's 3 tiles away from seeing where the enemy is at this point. So, one more thing. As a final note on how to play Golden Pit, okay? Controlling the middle is great, but damaging the opponent's economy is better. And instead of making towers, instead of prioritizing the middle golden stone and feudal, use the resources that are close by. Use the resources that are easy to get to control the game, damage the opposition, and then control the map later on. If you look at the mini-map 20 minutes later in this game, you'll notice Blue did exactly that. He worked from his base to the middle instead of leaving himself fragile and exposed at home. He forced Red to have to, I mean, this is what I have to give Blue credit for. He did force Red to have to pay a lot of attention at home, and then he took the middle. GG. Poof. Mob Gaming says a thing that defines low elo legends is the lack of aggressiveness. It is, but it isn't, right? Like, Red in that instance, I would consider was aggressive in making the military, but yes, easy to say, but probably should have been more aggressive there. More wood, more food, more gold, more stone. I can't believe it. I'm speechless, people. Captain Insano can go to 700 or 750 elo so much easier than Oliver with just making that tweak. Like, if it's Golden Pit every game, Captain Insano has the potential, man. Just literally find the enemy, hit him with your military, and don't camp the middle that early, and you're golden, buddy. Oliver wouldn't have the walls up, and Oliver would be in trouble.